Alright, so in this vid today, I'm going to be speaking about the Orlando Magic, and I'm going to be speaking about, I said that twice, but about whether or not the Orlando Magic truly have any untouchables and how they're in a bit of a sticky situation. But before I get into that, make sure you like the vid, subscribe to the channel, and without further ado, let's jump right into it. So you might be right off the bat, oh my days, how are they in a sticky situation? They're a rebuilding team with a lot of injuries, which is cool. So as you can see now, they're 7-20, which it says up here, and like I said, they're rebuilding and they've dealt with a lot of injuries. Cool. The end goal at the end of the day is to get the #1 pick and eventually have a chance to draft Victor. However, this roster is a bit weird in the sense that their players kind of conflict with the direction they want to go in, and you might be like, on paper, oh my days, how does this happen? Because they're all 20, 21 years old. Let me explain right now. So let's say you get the #1 pick, yeah, in the summer. You've now got Bol, who in my opinion has to be an untouchable, and Victor Wembanyama. Two of which, in my opinion, have so much potential, however, they play very similar. But what are you going to do? You're going to try and incorporate Bol and Vic if you get the first pick. But that means that Wendell Carter can't be coming off the bench and Mo Bamba can't be coming off the bench. So you're going to have to trade one or the other. Cool. Let's say you trade Mo Bamba because he's the worst player. That means you've got Wendell coming off the bench and his talents being not utilised properly for $40 million. And at the same time, cool, what are you going to do? You're going to have to put Vic at the 5, Ball at the 4. That means you're going to have to slide down Paolo to the 3, Franz to the 2, and then maybe Markel at the 1. That means that Franz is going to have to play a position which he played at Michigan. However, I'd rather him be more of a point forward than a 2 guard. And then someone like Cole Anthony and Jalen Suggs may see a significant deduction in their minutes. So it's like, what do you do with this roster? Because there's too many guys. Not to mention that John Isaac will be coming back next season. I don't know what you're going to do. So first of all, Terrence Ross will be gone next season. That's cool. And the second untouchable has to be Paolo, obviously, because he's been by far the best rookie this year. He's an absolute stud. And then obviously you've got my guy right here. I don't even know where he's on the screen. Franz Wagner. Now this guy is amazing. Like, in my opinion, he's the best player from that draft. That's going to be in a separate video soon. He's just a bucket. He's not going to get much news in the headlines or much, what's the word, main media coverage, because he's not flashy. Franz ain't going to post to no one. Franz ain't going to drop no one. But what he's going to do is that he's going to hit an efficient clip from 3. He's going to get to the rim. He's going to get to the mid-range and be good at basically everything on the floor. So that's one player, in my opinion, who can't trade. So you've got 3 guys in your current roster who should not be traded in Paolo, Bo, and Franz. So with the other guys, I really like Markel Fultz. You can go through my entire channel. I advocate for Markel, call him untouchable. But let's say hypothetically you get the #2 pick and you pick Scoot Henderson. If you've watched Scoot play, he is so identical to Fultz in the point where I think they can coexist. But at the same time, if you have Fultz and Scoot, that means one of Suggs and Cole Anthony has to go, because there's not that many minutes to go around. Because think about it this way, your rotation, if you keep the roster as it is and you add more pieces, will be Cole Anthony, Mo Bamba, Paolo, Bo, Wendell, Markel, Franz Wagner, Jalen Suggs, John Isaac. I don't know how many guys I've named, Gary Harris, but there's so many talented guys who deserve big minutes but won't be able to get them. So what am I getting at here? You may not like this as an Orlando Magic fan because you really like these guys, you've drafted some of these guys, but I would not be surprised if by, I don't know when, someone like Cole Anthony's potentially moved, Mo Bamba's potentially moved. I don't think they'll move on for Markel because I genuinely believe he has so much upside. And he's been in the league for, what, 5 years now? I feel like he can genuinely be a vet, in air quotes, when someone like Terrence Ross moves on. And he can genuinely just be a great guy around the team. You know what I'm trying to say? He's a great facilitator, all that stuff over there. But at the same time, are you going to give up on Suggs? I don't know. But do you want to keep Cole? I don't know. Front court wise, who would you rather trade, Mo Bamba or Wendell? Do you want to trade either? But at the same time, if Vic comes, you're going to have to trade one or the other. And Wendell will get you significantly more value. But at the same time, why would you want to trade Wendell Carter? So there's a kind of a bit of a, what's the word? A roster construction headache, because you've got a team who, in my opinion, fully healthy, could be a playing team right now. But they're not. They have injuries, and who wouldn't want a chance to get Victor Wembanyama? But at the same time, that can also work to your detriment because you've got guys that might even need to go. I've not even mentioned Mo Wagner, who's been absolutely balling. He's been playing out of his mind. I like the energy this guy plays with. He plays with that 100% emotion, the energy. I actually love Mo as a player so much. But does he have space on this roster? I do not know. And I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about the future. You know what I'm trying to say? Because look at the salary bill right now. You've got John Isaac making 17 mil. Cool. Bearing in mind there's a lot of injury clauses, so it's only making like 6, but it still counts against the salary cap. Markel's making 16. Wendell's making 14. Paolo's making 11. That'll be like 13, 14 next season. Mo's making 10. And you've got someone like Cole Anthony who'll be up for an extension, I believe, next year. So you're going to have to make a decision on what you're going to do with this roster. And it could be key because you don't want to be a team like the Washington Wizards who are completely capped out but are bang, average and terrible. But at the same time, you don't want to give up on too much talent too early because they could blossom into being something special. Shit, we literally saw that with Bol. The Nuggets gave up on him and this guy's an absolute stud. Now, this video is a bit all over the place, so I don't blame you if you don't really like the format of this video. But I genuinely was just thinking, just sitting down on my couch like, this Magic team, what are they actually going to do? Because they have so much talent, but at the same time, you could get Victor Wembanyama or Scoot Henderson, who are 2 generational prospects. But if you get one of the two, that means a couple guys on the roster are going to have to say bye-bye. And I'm talking about important guys on the roster, like I highlighted in this bit of a waffle video. And for those of you guys who don't know what waffle means, it means I'm just talking just off the dome type shit. But that's all I got for this vid. Let me know what you guys thought in the comment section down below. Do you like this kind of format of vid where I'm just freestyling and just talking? Or do you prefer a more structured type of video, which I usually do with the PowerPoints and stuff? I don't know. Let me hear you guys' opinions in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for listening, and I'm out. Peace.